referee says that's fine. Estienne has to make the tackle. Coming in this time from Brown. Player dives on it. See where the penalty is going to come eventually. You thought it might. It goes to Brown. They're going to go. Players retreating for the Irish. Lanceneur looks somewhere to get through. Gets a ball to the ground. LaPierre looking for the space. There's no one with him. A little pop-up. Estienne, a little pop-up. Lanceneur. He has 2 tries and 1 late in this first half.
Lanceneur gets his second of the game from support play, so really well done by Brown. Earned themselves the penalty. Bit of a mess at that breakdown just moments, and then look at this. Looking for offloads. Keep the ball alive. Here it comes out. Here it comes. First offload up. There's one hands free off the ground up. Second one coming here, hands 10. And that one is going to the try. So if you're Notre Dame, conversational points as you head to halftime now, you got to tie that ball up. You can't let the offloads come out.
And that is that. We're going to come back with the second half of this matchup, Collegiate Rugby Championship. We'll be back.
Rugby is all about feeling. The feeling when you crouch, when you bind, when you set. The feeling when you go into that first defender. The feeling when you make that first tackle. The feeling when you take that first hit. We are that feeling. We are contact.
We are back. It is underway. Brown restarting this second half, and they are leading 10-0 over the Fighting Irish. 7 minutes to go. Winner moves on. Loser goes the other way into one of the lower brackets. It's a winner-takes-all tournament. Big collision there from Brown. Going to have to get in and rip this ball. Players fighting in there from the Fighting Irish, but not able to dislodge it. So Brown still has ball available. Ball up there for Charm Tuwala. Tuwala offloads into the hands of David Scott. David Scott, big, powerful runner, gets across the 22, and David Scott is going to head towards the line. David Scott, the grad student from Stellenbosch, South Africa, touches down 5, and Brown, the Bears, extend their lead.
And what a run that time from Scott. Notre Dame had numbers on defense. They had people in the right positions, but when you've got power runners like this could be tough to stop. Take a look at this fend. The offload's there, but then bang, pushed off. What offload, what a fend. So take a look. Here's the first offload, hands free again. There it is, and then looks back inside, straight to the chest, way too upright in the tackle, gets pushed off that time. Unlucky there. What a try from Brown.
Scott had nothing else in his mind than running that throw over, just shoving him out of his way, so gets it done. The kick is good, so 17-0, minute gone, second half. Brown leads. Lanceneur set to get us going again. Lanceneur. There's a nice high contestable ball up there. Brown up to get it again. And they do indeed come down with it, but Fighting Irish in on the wrong side. Is referee going to whistle here? Knocked on in the effort, so Fighting Irish scrum.
A couple of confused players that time, just taking a look at our referee, waiting to see what happened. I think that caught everyone by surprise that Brown again gets down, gets the kickoff. So Clearly something they've worked on at practice leading up to this game. Kickoff execution can be so key, and that time Brown gets up, gets it, takes it cleanly, but then knocks it on in the breakdown. So Notre Dame has a fighting chance here off this scrum.
Notre Dame goes for the kick, goes for the chase. They've got speed coming on this ball. That ball bounces perfectly down 17-0, just what they needed. Great try there for Zach Banton from the Harrow School in England. Touches down a long-range try. 5 points on the board, the Fighting Irish.
And John Banton scores. I'm going to eat my words here. Saw him kick twice earlier in the first half, and it didn't go so well. I mentioned Notre Dame should just keep the ball in hand. This time, there's nobody at home, Brown. There's no sweeper in the back. There's no one covering that backfield. And when you got someone with that type of speed, just make about a foot race. Put that ball into space, send it long, and send them after it. And that's exactly what Notre Dame does. Love that option from them. When you got a player like that can make things happen, just put it out there and let him have a run at it.
Have to agree with you there. I saw them kick the ball a couple times, Banton, and thought, what's he doing? Now I know what he was doing. He was trying to get that chase on and get those wheels going. We come back, knocked on in the restart from the Fighting Irish. So Brown ball up by 12 points.
Brown, let's go.
4 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Referee calling for the players to get there more quickly.
15 seconds. Crouch. Bind.
Lansonure
Set.
in the scrum half roll. Players inside their 22 with a little bit of depth here. Into the middle of the field they go. Are they going to go for the wraparound? They wait till Lansonure comes so that space opens up in the middle of the field. Here's a foot race going on here. Ball's going out just a little wider. Here's a big run coming from Kenyon Graham. And Kenyon Graham from San Rafael, California, touches down for 5. Brown continues to push lead. Answers back to that Banton try very well.
Graham scores, but it is excellent strike piece stuff off the scrum from Brown. A double wrap. Take a look at this. They get the double to the outside. They find a player in space, and then great support run there. Good offload through contact. What a try from Brown. One thing to say about Brown that I've seen, they have been really, really good off these set piece strikes, and that one there, the double wrap, the outside channel, offload into space to finish off. That looked really good from Brown.
Kenyon Graham, the recipient of that 5 points. Kick was good from Lansonure, 24-5. 3 minutes to go. Brown looking strong here. Bit of a hill to climb for the Fighting Irish. Sure, they'll be game for it, but taken down. Their kickoffs at pretty pinpoint have Brown. If you can take a number of your restarts, just a huge factor in these sevens games. Lansonure looking up the middle of the field. Lansonure wriggles away from one, eventually taken to the ground. Player from Fighting Irish in and over, but can't get it as the ball comes back to Piplato. Not well handled there, unfortunately, by LaPierre. So it's going to be a line out for the Fighting Irish.
Again, you're right. They have absolutely nailed these kickoffs. So whatever they've done leading up to this point in practice to get ready for those kickoff moments, they have done an excellent job. There's been 2 of them that they've taken cleanly. 1 they just missed out on. And really what it's done is it's just stifled Notre Dame from having any kind of possession off these kickoffs.
Ball goes a little wider to Notre Dame. Notre Dame looking just a little bit out of sorts here now that they're down on the scoreboard. Not sure whether to go through the systems or really just go for it. They run it right up the middle of the field through LaFranchi. Lansonure comes in to make the tackle, trying to hold the player up. They get the offload away into the hand of Jennings. Jennings gets it back to Bowman. Another offload. Here come the Fighting Irish. Patrick McKenzie. The referee tells the players, keep the hands off. Isolated player from the Fighting Irish. There are 2 out here. There's some room if they can get it there. Little cut back in. Jackson Graham. Closing down the channels of the Brown defense, but letting through Patrick Jennings. Good bit of work here from the Fighting Irish. 1 minute to go on the game clock. Down by 19, so a major work to do. Probably can't get there. But certainly finishing with some pride here are the Fighting Irish. Plenty more to play for in this tournament. Plenty of hardware. Little wraparound, couple of pieces missing there. And Patrick McKenzie, there are a couple of defenders missing. Ball slips up. Try awarded.
Fantastic consolation score there for Notre Dame. It's too little, too late, but talk about fan footwork and offloading. Take a look at this. Watch these steps. 1, makes one miss. Here comes another one, two, makes a miss again, and the 2-on-1 puts him away. What finish from Notre Dame. Hold your heads up high. That was a great finish to this game from the Fighting Irish.
Okay, make subs, but I've got blood.
Referee has a player getting changed for a blood sub here. Packard has the ball in hand to try to convert this.
Not even that. You're restarting and that's about it, okay? 6:59.
Hit Lotto. 6:59, so maybe time for a restart here.
Time's off, I've got to get him off, all right?
Coming up after this one will be Nazareth versus Delaware, then Michigan versus Loyola, Maryland.
Time is on.
Players who did not win their first couple of rounds headed towards Old Shield games. Underway are the Brown Bears. Brown. Time should be up here. They may be able to just kick this one out, but they're going to hang on to it just for the moment. Fighting Irish going to come in and try to get over the one and force the penalty. They can get some more points here. Again, must win to move on, so it doesn't make any difference, the point differential, but it does make a difference to the pride of the Fighting Irish. Little break, trying to shimmy around there as Will Link.
Jacqueline's good.
Turned over by Brown. Brown has the ball up in hand. Now they may want to think about just launching this ball into the safety of touch. The referee spots a knock on. Going to whistle us for the end of that one, and it is going to be Brown Universe moving on as we continue into later rounds. Tom Broker with Mike Petrie. I'm going to pull aside. Ben Holden coming in. Nazareth versus Delaware coming up. Stay with us.
In our game, we play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. And we leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game. Rugby is all about feeling. The feeling when you crouch, when you bind, when you set. Feeling when you go into that first dip. Feeling when you make that first tap. The feeling when you take that first hit. We are that feeling. We are contact.
Quick changeover, Holden and Thomas Grant, a.k.a. Wheels, and we roll on here from Maryland, just outside of our nation's capital, with Nazareth and Delaware squaring off in this match, Wheels. And good action so far on day one, day 1, 2, and 3, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The women get going tomorrow, and we are underway. Delaware bangs it down pitch. Their familiar colors and hoop uniforms, their kits, and here comes Nazareth now. Nazareth, look at them run here on this open, and they're going to take this one in. No. Down, and that one looked up high there. Tackle there, that return there from Rash Bowen.
Pretty try.
Okay.
Yeah.
10 or 11.
Yeah, we'll listen to the explanation.
Tackle. Need you off, please.
The yellow on Jack Schultz here because of this, Wheels.
Yeah, it was a wrestling style down, and obviously illegally so. Even for the penalty try, but that certainly had a bit in it. That one, you must say.
No question about it. And John Bowen was on his way. Tackle, maybe a question, but the officials say it was high, and it is a penalty try, as you say. No lead here for Nazareth. Over the time, the ball goes back over to Nazareth.
Yeah, that's a red hot start for Nazareth.
Oh,
Again, those angles we saw, yeah, from the slow tackle looked to be around the shoulders and called the penalty try because he's still got work to do to get to the try line, but good opportunity here for Nazareth to bang.
Good.
playing him up that yellow issue on Jack Schultz.
Set. Ball's out.
Here comes Nazareth. Playing with pace. Devin Clark area there.
Hands off! Hands off!
Bit low on that pass to the back. That'll help out Delaware. You're forcing Nazareth about 10 meters, but here they come. Working the speed. Working that edge. Nothing coming from it here.
Tackle. Yes, thank you.
And another tackle call.
Tackle, blue. Back tackle. Scrum.
Yeah, just discipline at the moment. Shoot for Delaware, just seatbelt style tackles, lazy. With those, they've got to be careful. They don't want another one in the bin.
I understand. He's adjusting. Crouch. Bind. Set. Settle.
Locked in, good push from Delaware. The ball comes out. And Delaware does job, and they force the turnover here.
Yeah, great shove against the runner play there from Delaware. We've seen the scrums be a real interesting point today. As these games, a lot of teams are just getting in their test.
He's fine.
Short on that line.
I did not have 5. Yes, correct.
Didn't go 5, though, as you heard. It's got 5 meters on that throw, and it did not.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity to play here for Nazareth off the quick tap. See what they can cook up.
Already halfway through their staff. Here we go. Penalty try has them on top, 7.
Backwards.
Ball in the hands of Owen
Tackle
Baller.
line.
Number
Yeah,
9.
play.
Delaware, though, up with it. The steal for them. Blue Hens now trying to make something happen. Carry there. Excellent work.
That's high to black. Penalty awarded to Delaware.
Penalty call on Nazareth. Quick art. Here comes Delaware. Find help. Now a chance here. Good footwork there. Good offloaded back. Getting free. Short of the line, though. Laid back there by Urso near the line.
Guys, I held up first. We did have penalty.
Yep, we're going to bring back for the penalty being played with the advantage. Where just like that, they pop one home, and it's down away from a time match here.
Yeah, Joshua Peter there with the score out of Delaware. There's a bit of athleticism from man as well. He jumped over like a hurdle, got himself on. Have a look here on the replay. Just springs over the top, gets himself on the grass. Good push back.
Wrecking crew on that. So the kick off the mark there, good at it. And here's another look at here, Wills.
Yeah, absolutely. I said he just flung at it like Superman right over the grass. Love to see a big man in full flong, that's for sure.
Yes, love seeing the big fellas get them. 2-point lead here for Nazareth. Final minute and change of this first. And when Delaware comes away with it. Response from them here. Looking for the offload. They finally get it. Trying to break free. Another Omen. That one well executed. And that one is put down. Went by the Blue Hens. It is coming back, says our ref.
Drum. Let's go. Mark's there.
Just trying to get a glimpse of
Calls him struck. Called him by the AR.
replay. There you go, obstruction. Yeah, so
Yep.
just
Guys,
caught up there in the tram
okay.
lines.
I need to see you stop the call. We're going to have Mark here.
Here's a look.
Last play of half. Crouch!
See it there, but that was all on the pitch for our referee, the man in the middle. Here's some speed once again.
Tackles fuck.
Dangerous ball carrier there. That's Bone. More try on the penalty try. They called a tackle. Felt he would make his in on that play to score the try. He is dangerous back there. Electric feet. Look at him charging. Found some help there. Hands of Aiden Pavlik.
Rolling away.
Penalty call there, as you saw, quickly restarted on the not rolling away ball on Delaware. Here comes Nazareth once in with pace. Played Owen Barr. To the edge to Connor Nix.
Ball is in.
Played the first in here. We play on here with a 2-point lead for Nazareth. They're in the darkness. Delaware's got it here. Some speed here. Break free, and Delaware going to take this one back in for the try, and they outrun the last man back there and it down. Excellent work there. Justin McGraw dots it down.
Yeah, excellent work indeed. Using that expired top their advantage. Let's have another look. Love the headgear as well, the red whoop.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Big response to Delaware. Conversion attempt. That's a good looking kick. Does have enough distance though? No. Right on line, but it did not have enough. And we have reached the halftime break, but a big response from Delaware. Getting that try and getting the lead here at halftime break.
I believe so.
Let's check in with Gigi down on the pitch.
All right, everybody, I'm here with the team that won 29-0. Guys, how are you feeling about this next game? A little redemption?
Yeah, it'll be good. Playing against ICCC, lot prove we can play good rugby against them, and we really want to take it to them, show what playing the Bonnies is like.
How are you guys feeling?
Feeling really good. I mean, third game of the day. Can't wait. Yeah, we really just want to take it to them. So.
And as a freshman, what's it like to be here?
I'm just taking it all, to be honest. It's good to be around the boys. They keep me confident, just helping me through the day. It's just good to be out here.
All right, that's Bonnie's. Back to you in the box, guys.
All right. I'll tell you what, Wheels, that St. Bonaventure side, in the matches I've had so far, they look like absolutely a side that could win this whole thing in this division.
Yeah, you're bang on the money, Ben. They are certainly one of the top contenders to make it through to those final playoff games. Absolutely. It's so hard to pick who's going to take out this year's CRCs, but St. Bonaventure have had some real promising and entertaining play in their opening 3 games. It's a tough day.
No question about it.
3 matches.
Yeah, it's a lot of rugby, but these sevens tournaments, they move quickly. This Nazareth side, seeing Rashawn Bowen, a threat to take it the distance every time, wearing number 10 for them. They're going to get the ball to begin this second half. Biggest takeaway or takeaways for you, Wheels, from half 1?
Yeah, I mean, Nazareth, they started off really well, moving the ball around in Delaware, where they had those couple of disciplinary issues, and they were able to get that out of their game and then get back into their attack structure. Cutting the discipline for Delaware has really allowed them to show off their skill sets. Nazareth still have a little bit of work, but it's still tight.
Yeah, that yellow that was issued to Jack Schultz for the high tackle there when Bowen got away, and they did respond. They responded with a couple of nice tries, and they're going to kick it away here to Nazareth here to begin half number 2. Maryland Superplex, and fairly short driving distance. Washington, D.C., about 40 minutes or thereabouts, depending on the traffic.
Yeah. Done that drive a few times now this season. Can be pretty brutal with the traffic.
Yes. Nothing quite like see traffic. Dylan Fairchild kicks it away and really taken away down there by his teammate. But Delaware gets to it. Leading by 3 here. 10-7. Opening moments of half number 2. Jack Kelly with it.
That's a maul! Blue, I need it!
Kelly trying to get it free and get it out of there, and did. Now the Blue Hens, here they come. E. McMahon the carry. Lays it back, quickly played out of there by Froden. Look for an offload, looking for help. They find it, they've got it. Luke Love it, look at him. Here he goes. He's off and running. Can he get home? Diving to the line, he gets it down. What an effort there. And outran Devin Clark for the try for the Blue Hens.
Yeah, you could see he felt Devin Clark and he timed that dive a little bit there. But what a score for Delaware. Here it is here on replay. Local. Fantastic. Just icing through. It's great to see these in open space. Much speed. It was a great effort there from Dylan Clark to get him, but short of the line.
Yeah, Clark nearly got him, but Luke Love had enough speed and had enough distance between he and Clark to get it home, and that's big for Delaware. Started this match down 7-0. Up 8 here in the 9th minute.
And Delaware gets us underway once again.
Good kick. Trouble back there, and handled, taken. Yeah, his hand, it looked like Wheels went into touch, so a turnover here for Delaware.
Yeah. Massive here for Nazareth if they can take advantage. This field position, rather it's Delaware ball, sorry.
Yeah.
Apologies, so a couple of teams mixed up there, but yeah. Just the wee hand caught the black grass there, and that's sometimes all it takes in.
That's right. Any part is out. A fingertip's out. The ball turned over. Here's Delaware on the set piece. But this one, it looks like goes into touch. So Nazareth turns him right back over.
I was going to line out into the future, was my guess. We can see.
You're a psychic.
Nazareth gets him now. Yeah, exactly right. Great psychic.
Good stuff. So here's Nazareth inside of their own 22. Long way to go. 2-possession match here, down by 8.
Height's fine, height's fine.
Peeled out of there and played back. Better move this ball out of there, but I think they went inside and over the line. Turned over again.
Yeah, they are playing with danger. Throwing the ball around inside and 5 metre in goal channel. Time winding down on the clock. You can see under 3 minute play. Rather just over it. They really needed to try and get that ball down to the other half. But Delaware here, this is really a golden set piece opportunity. 5 metres out from the line.
Froden puts in, but yeah, that's a call against Delaware.
Yeah, incorrect feed, I believe, was the call there, Ben. The ball wasn't put into the scrum straight, so Nazareth get the ball.
Plenty of time for them to work with. Need some breathing room. They could use a try here. Ball played there. Good job from behind on that tackle. Not allowing Nazareth to keep moving up the pitch. Now they'll play back here, a little bit of room. Come with speed. Good pace. Good played. 1v1 out space. Breaking free, but unable to get free was Aiden Pavlik. But a massive flip of pitch here. We're going to come back. The referee stopping play here.
Yeah, referee said he had a call from the AR that there was just a little knock on there from Nazareth. So Delaware get the ball back. Almost a breakaway there for Nazareth. A roadblock there from Delaware just slowed him down.
Yeah, Aiden Pavlik with that nice carry for him. The good news, if you're Nazareth, though, you flipped the pitch, so now you got to try and come up with a stop here.
Exactly right. Massive defensive stand here.
Delaware gets it out. Delaware getting it free. But a whistle, and this is going to be a knock-on call. So Nazareth, here they go.
Just
Again,
like you talked
two-possession
about
game here. They're down 8.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned they flipped the pitch and they needed that defensive turnover, and they've got it now. Obviously under a minute to play, so they need to score and need to score quick.
See if they can work a little magic here. Good carry, looking for help. Penalty call for not releasing in time on Nazareth.
Massive penalty at the breakdown there for Delaware. You'd have to say that's a game-winning penalty. Never seen one. Under 20 seconds to go. They're going to use all of the time in the world just to slow this clock down.
There they go. Into touch, and that is it. Delaware escapes. They move on to the next match with an 8-point win here, Wills.
Yeah, they do indeed. Nazareth started well, but it was all Delaware from there. Ben Holden, excited for this next one coming up as well. It'll be a great game.
It will. We'll have Michigan and Loyola, Maryland coming up after a short break from Maryland.
feeling when you go into that first defender. The feeling when you make that first tap. The feeling when you take that first hit. We are that feeling. We are contact. We are Rhino.
Since 1979, we've been searching for perfection. We've been thinking, sketching, and designing. We've been building, assembling, and strengthening. We've been cutting, shaping, and painting. Created strength and beauty time and again. Our machines are made for
Rolling on, Michigan and Loyola up next. Holden, Thomas Grant, Wheels. You see Michigan once. What'd you take away from the you did with the Wolverines?
Yeah, the Wolverines, they were amazing on attack. They are not to push through to that next round. This is going to be a great matchup. Never seen Loyola, so really excited to see what they can put the table with Michigan. They are necessarily the bigger side, but they are strong and very athletic.
All right, Michigan, no need to introduce the colors. I think everyone are colors, so they get the ball in here. Loyola in those dark kits. In their home state are the Greyhounds. Quickly tap and go, restart Michigan, already to play. Ball in the hands of Jack Regan, looking for help. Instead takes it to ground. Wolverines back into the hands there. Regan, pick number 21. Here he is again with it for support. Finds it. Ball back. Nice little short ball there. Wolverines, you mentioned attack. Here they come on the attack. Luke Zanna. Gonna dig it free there is Regan. Regan gets out of there. Plays it on. Two Greyhounds there on the tackle on the ball carrier. Regan Plank. Taken out of the back there. 2 meters shy of the line. Quick up outside, got a little bit of room space, and they get it down. Just like that, just over a minute, their attack comes through and they lead it 5-0.
Yeah, absolutely, Ben. They are starting off with their foot right on the gas pedal. They have the ability really to strong you as I see here on the replay again. Jack Regan, who really kills their attack. In the earlier games, really put his hand up as someone who is shining light, but in the easy run in there for Maximo Nelson.
Great name and a great finish.
Some great names on display out.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Tournament.
The Wolverines early here. Greyhounds, 2 minutes gone in the match here. Back. Kellen Deacon playing that ball to the back, and now Loyola goes 2 foot and the boot, and this is a really good kick for Loyola. A 15 meters from their own try line is Michigan. Sam Glusker back there.
Advantage for the throw forward.
And now Loyola comes up with a ball, and they completely the complexion of this. They're close, but they mishandle it, but it's back.
First thrown forward by Gold. Back for that.
You mentioned it foremost. Yeah, it was a heck of a kick from Loyola. I've seen a lot of that throughout this tournament, really utilising that kicking game. A lot of these sevens teams are just from inside their own half twos. I'd love to see that kicking game used a lot. But this right here, I mean, they've got the full width of the field to stretch to the right side. Good opportunity here for Loyola to strike.
Try to get it level, potentially take the lead here. Brennan Ames will put in for the Greyhounds. Here comes Michigan. Loyola. Flow the ball back. Coming there, trying to get to the outside edge, and Loyola executes to get this match level. Is put down there by Brennan Ames.
Yeah, they mentioned it was field position for them to launch a stick off, and it was brilliantly executed as well. Did well just to be outside with pure speed. One of those things that you can't coach.
Indeed the case, the product of Cal. Thompson. Kick here for the Greyhounds, trying to get the lead. We'll settle at 5.
Brilliant. I'm shouting out the referees, which you've done so many times today as well, Ben. Fantastic work from them. You're in 44 teams, but you've also got an amazing crew of referees to get through all of those games.
Yeah. Tip of the cap to all the men and women working on the officiating side. The women going tomorrow. They're Saturday, Sunday. The men here on this Friday, and tomorrow the men will close out with the CRC National Championship. Heavy, hard-charging run there from Nelson, the try score from Michigan. Right around 2 minutes remaining. To ground the ball goes. Plockmeyer with the carry for Michigan. Now the Wolverines looking for a break. Looks around, got plenty of help. Come 2 to the back. They go all the way to the deep man. Back into the hands. Nelson worked it on to Plank. Luke Zanna played the ball off. Wolverines. Here they come. With speed, with pace. To ground right on the edge of the 22 is Michigan, looking to get their second try in the match. Pick up and slipping right through there, and this one will be an easy trot in and put down for the Michigan Wolverines. Jack Regan puts it down.
Yeah, slipping right indeed. You said, Ben, hold on, I'd pun down in the sneaky category. The ball just popped. The back of the breakdown here, you can see Jack Regan, it was just sitting there, and it is absolutely couldn't believe it. There was a massive gap in front of him. One of the easiest tries he'll probably have.
Canadian product is made across the border here in the state of Michigan.
Conversion was good.
Late stages here in this first half. Michigan I try. Well, just went 10. Loyola will play. Looking for help. Instead, they take it side. They don't go outside. They go right up the middle. And it'll be a house call for Loyola. They'll get the match level right between the sticks. That one is put down. Excellent job of breaking away there for the Greyhounds to get the try.
Absolutely. Arms pumping. That will give them a world of confidence heading into them speeches. Fantastic strike right on the buzzer. Have a look at this. Again, we mentioned it, speed is one of those things that you're either blessed with on this earth. Right there, he's got plenty of it.
Beautifully done by Daniel Mundy. So we have reached the halftime break between Loyola and Michigan.
Since 1979, we've been searching for perfection. We've been thinking, sketching, and designing. We've been building, assembling, and strengthening. We've been cutting, shaping, and painting. We've created strength and beauty time and again. Our machines are made for one thing: the perfect hit. We are the crouch. We are the bind. We are the set. We are the squeeze. We are the hit. We are Rhino.
Maryland Soccerplex, quick halftime break. Michigan, the Wolverines, and Loyola, Maryland, locked up in a pretty good match. Ben Olden, Thomas Grant, and it's Loyola on top here by 2. What do you take away from half one, Wheels? What stands out the most?
Yeah, it's been a boxing match, really, hasn't it? Blow for blow. I think when Michigan really get their set piece right, they're such a dangerous team, but Loyola have been good against the run of play as they are right now. Oh, just a little knock on though.
Very good. You're around for the next couple, aren't you? Next couple of matches after this one?
Yeah, I think I'm in the hot seat for a little while now. I think I've got 8 back-to-back matches, so that's good, eh? Lots of 7s.
Oh. You are the marathon man in more ways than one.
Exactly right. Hey, I'm pretty happy to be sitting in a chair than pounding pavement, so I can't complain.
Sir. Right on. Opening minute here in the second half. Referee there with the mic on. The free kick, tap and go. Loyola, Michigan, some pressure on. Trying to hold Loyola inside of their own 22. Greyhounds with the lead. Quick, easy call from our referee. Here comes Loyola once again. Knocked down by Michigan.
15, there's an overload there.
Yep, and into the pocket. That's an automatic yellow called on Sam Plockmeyer.
Yeah, good decision as well. Definite overlap there. Loyola tapping and going this one quickly. They want to play.
They do. Laid back and played back by the Greyhounds. Good tackle there, nearly tackled, but the ball was offloaded. Good job by the Loyola ball carrier there to know where he was. Look out here, looking for the home run, played back. Some space outside, but they cut it inside instead, trying to split through there. Look at this run. What a beautiful carry there, gets them over halfway. Greyhounds get to it quickly. Kellen Deacon got in there from the base, played it out. Here they come up the wing there with speed. Loyola is going to break free with that speed. They're called the Greyhounds, Wheels. And right there, they look like Greyhounds. Another one to ground for Mundy.
Absolutely, they are off to the races. That Mundy, he has plenty of speed. Second try of the game. That man, See here he play again. Just a great job just to draw and pass and that space for Mundy. And, well, you give that guy a little bit of room, and I think we know the outcome.
It's a product of New York City from the rugby factory is Xavier High School. Good looking player for this Loyola side.
I believe that's up Mike Petrie's neck of the woods, or
that's where he went.
He may have gone to school. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been involved in their program for a long time, and so many have come out of her. Another sevens player back in the day, Chris Mattina, now retired also from there.
Yeah.
Among others. Yeah. Here's Michigan. Now, they need a response, Wheels. What do you think they got to do? Just do what they do, or is there anything you change here in the second half?
Well, the man at the ball now is exactly what he to do, is keep getting it in Jack Regan's hands, could create magic.
All right, here comes Michigan. Dangerous attack to ground they go there. That's a carry there from Nelson. Not releasing in time, though. It's turned over. Loyola. Here they go. We're in the Shield bracket here in the Premier Division. 4 divisions in the men's side. D1, D2, D3 in the Premier Division. Greyhounds looking to add a 9-point lead. Michigan gets there. Good job defensively. Good work there from Regan Plank, but Loyola gets free outside edge. They'll play it. Mishandled, though. It's going to be turned over to Michigan. Tyson couldn't.
Yeah, he got it. Couldn't quite handle it there, but this is really do or die now for Michigan. Time starting to wind down into those final 2-minute and change areas, and Michigan really want to get one on the board here quickly if they're a chance of getting a result in this game.
2-possession game here, down by 9.
Come together, guys.
Scrum up coming here for the Wolverines.
Crouch. 5. Set.
Get it in, get it out, and get it to the back. Trying to use the speed, get through there. Good tackle, though. Plockmeyer had it. Thought he would slip through, but did not.
That's too long.
That's going to be a penalty again.
Get one movement.
Yep.
Michigan.
Turned over.
Right on the spot there. Fortunate for Michigan. Loyola have just done a great job of, particularly around their scramble defense. Michigan, any sort of half chance, Loyola are just there to really diffuse all those situations. It's been impressive.
Really has. Right at halfway, Loyola to ground with the ball. Michigan needs a turnover. Down 7 here. Inside of a minute and a half to play in the match. Wolverines trying to pin him in. Side of the 22, unable to. They get out, but a call coming here that's going the way of Michigan. So the Wolverines here with a chance with a try and a conversion to get this match level at 19. They get the try. It's down. They're coming to tie the match up here in the very late stages of this one.
Well, here we go. Michigan are not done with this game just yet. That man, Regan, back with the try. Work by Zana just to keep the ball alive, and Regan, the diving offload. Puts Plank corner, but this is a kick. There'll be a bit of nerd on this one.
You bet. Regan to Regan on that one. And Loyola, they celebrate the kick that is no good. And the Greyhounds survive and advance. They get the victory here, taking out Michigan.
Congratulations to Loyola. Feel for Michigan. Certainly a better side than what they've suggested in this game, but that is the game of rugby as we know, Holden.
Yes, it is, Thomas Grant. I'll see you a little bit later to come here. We'll be back after a break with our next match here from Maryland.
In the sport of passion, you need a powerful perception. As your game. Build your team. Go together.
Ready?
Video captures moments. A camera for a powerful sport.
Rugby!
Our world is big, and so it be. More players, more teams, more this.
Welcome back to our nation's capital. It is Harvard Babson in the Premier Shield. Both teams have lost two, and they're on way to looking at the Shield here. You see Babson in green with Harvard University in their crimson. John Broker joined by Thomas Grant for this one. These two teams will know each other well, Wheels.
Yeah, they certainly do. Massachusetts rivalry coming up here, bit of hometown bragging rights. John Broker, head coach Carrick Powell up against head coach Colton Carriaga. So exciting matchup, sure.
We have two big ones coming up in this Shield. Harvard versus Babson, about 30 minutes away from each other. Fairfield versus Iona, the same, just pretty close to one another. The ball comes down to Harvard. The Crimson in there. Crimson and black, taking that one into contact there. Daniel Erasmus into contact, bouncing ball in front of that defense there. Good work by Babson to keep them held down.
Advantage, off.
Offsides advantage again. Babson will come back for an early one here. Wheels, opportunity for Harvard to see what their decision is. They're going to go quick. Confident to run from their own end. Yarima moves that one out. Slices into touch with the next pass to Harvard. So it is going to be Babson ball in a great attacking position.
Yeah, good set piece opportunity for the Beavers to get one across the line. They got a good line out option in the form of Bryce Muller.
Muller at tail of this line out as a lifter.
Not straight. What do you want? Scrummer line.
And not straight on the contested line out. So an option for a scrum or a line out for the Harvard Crimson. Little rush there from the Babson Beavers.
On the line out, make sure you're inside the 5. Inside the 5, that side of the 5.
See, both of these teams would have matched up against each other not too long ago in some of those qualifiers, Johnny, so they know each other's styles, the way they want to play.
Crouch, bind, sit.
Harvard ball in there into the hands of Himana. Himana looking to go down that left-hand side. Himana from Honolulu, Hawaii. Now playing in Cambridge for the Harvard Crimson at their 22. Here come Harvard. Little push coming back on them. That's Erasmus. Erasmus, sophomore for Colton Carriaga's Crimson. Going to go to the boot this time. Look to launch that one back. Which way will the bounce go? It's going to go into the hands of the Beavers. Picked up there well by Charles Price. But thrown forward. It's going to back be a scrum here for the Crimson.
Yeah, a couple of unforced errors there for both sides at the moment. Harvard, particularly that man with the ball in his hands, the Cohen Amana, he really impressed me in the earlier game that I watched. Good young prospect, man out of Honolulu, Hawaii.
Crouch, bind, set.
Crimson, 2 losses for both these teams. Tough to keep that energy up, but both these teams would like to finish off with a Shield championship, of course. So who can maintain that energy? These cascading tournaments with the emotions of these players. They go in a different direction. Penalty against Babson again. Still holding on the ball. Just under 3 minutes gone. Harvard getting themselves set up. Colton Carriaga very tactically sound Sevens coach. That one winds in the hands and a little bit of space, just a bit of luck there, but coming around is Perriello. Perriello's across the 22, and Joe Perriello from Needham, Mass. is going to cross line, and Perriello's going to touchdown for Harvard, first 5 points.
Yeah, great score there. Harvard, too much speed around the outside. Harvard will be beat. The start, as we see it on the replay once again, it was a lovely high 10, just spliced on through the gap. Too much speed there for Dash Scum. Historically, Beavers would usually have the upper hand in this game, if I'm not corrected, Johnny.
In the last couple of years, the Beavers have put on a very good show. They did very this last year. So that kick is good. They go to 7 points to Harvard over the St. Beavers. Kick to come. Shield matchup. All these teams will move to semifinals and final tomorrow.
Hold.
Shield quarterfinal. Referees are going to hold everybody up. 4 minutes gone. A couple of changes come in. Fordham warming up in the background. It's at Fairfield before. It's actually I have Fordham even closer than Fairfield, both in the New York City suburbs. High kick taken down nearly by the Babson Beavers. Muller comes in to make the tackle. He is holding that player. We're going to go back to the original knock-on.
A knock-on and a scrum down to Harvard.
He didn't grab
There we go. Another opportunity here for the Crimson Tide before the stroke of half-time. It's been great to see the improvement of Harvard, though, under coaching of Colton. Cariaga. Such a prestigious school, isn't it?
Absolutely great school. Colton Cariaga just add some structure to what's always a fantastic program. Up for the Crimson. Going the other way again is Himano. Look for that space, trying to pressurize this defense. Montgomery has to roll away, but doesn't do so quick enough. The referee going to penalize. Dino was down on that as well. So penalty going the Crimson's way at the moment. 7-0 Harvard leads. A minute and a half to go in the game. Erasmus heading down this right-hand side. Erasmus puts the ball out. Get well into the hands. Kuahane looking for the line. Kuahane headed for the line and across. They're going to get another 5 points. Opportunity for 7. Harvard extends their lead.
Don't do that again, okay?
Yeah, fantastic individual effort there, Christian Kuahane. Just the in and out down the right touch line. Epson just haven't been able to string to get attacking phases. Here's a look at the replay once again. Charles, who had that one-on-one on Kuahane. Just good footwork there. Could wrap him up.
There's one over.
Extend lead. They will restart this. She get a little smile from Kuahane. Kuahane to the Babson players. 12-0. Babson the deficit. About 30 seconds to go in the game clock.
15 more seconds than on the scoreboard, okay?
Hamana hangs one up in the air. Good distance taken by the Harvard players. No offense to be had for this Babson team, but there seems to be a knock on there. We'll come back in this first half.
Just a first knock.
Babson might have wanted to take an advantage there, but they're going to get an opportunity for a scrum.
Yeah, crucial passage of the game. 12 points to nil. If you can just get one try ball before half-time, I'm sure it'll make Carrick Powell's words maybe a little bit nicer, we could say, Johnny.
Would see. See Colton Cariaga, his opposition coach in the background there. In the black hat. Really, it's the only offense they've had for this half, and here come the Beavers. Let's see what Babson can do with this ball. Into the middle of the field they come, looking at a wraparound. They're going to switch back in. They're going to switch back again. Will this open up for them? Nice little break, ball offloaded. Well done by the Beavers team. That's Charles Price from Montreal. He's headed towards the line, has some company, able to get it down, and 5 points on the Babson just before half, able to cut that lead, have the kick to come, the lead to 5.
score there by Charles Price. Lovely well work set piece by Babson as well. You can see here Satchel 7 out with a brilliant offload to Price. Price, a lot of speed to burn through to that line. The kick sounds good as well. 7.
Kick is good. As we're going to go to halftime. Point game. Babson comes back just at the 12-7. Stay tuned. We'll be second half action after this.
Our world is growing, and so is rugby. There are more players, more teams, more matches than ever before. Luckily, game is simple. We only really need one thing to play it, and we buy millions of them every year. Unfortunately, too many end up in the wrong place. Some balls are made bad. Ryan's recycle range is made with a 80% recycled ball. We are still not perfect, but it's a step in the right direction. You only need a ball, make it a good one. For rugby, for you, for the planet.
A ball for the planet.
A ball for the planet.
A ball for the planet.
The Rhino recycles. A ball for the planet.
We are back with the second half. A late try by the Babson Beavers cuts the lead to 5, 12-7. Babson trails Harvard in this CRC Shield match. Coming up with this one, Iona versus Fordham. Two teams very close to one another, taking a trip to Maryland to play each other here in this fabulous cascading CRC tournament. Cascading means you have to win every game to win the cup. And then on down, people get pushed into the Shield and Bowl levels. John Broker here with Thomas Wheels. Grant Wheels, we're ready for kickoff.
Yeah, absolutely. 12 points to 7. It's a tight one. Babson getting that much needed try on stroke at half time, but really been impressed by the Crimson Tide. Here we go, Johnny.
Ball up there to Babson. Babson takes that one down. Gets in the hands of Satchel 7 out from Glen Allen, California. Bryce Muller for Fairfield Prep has the ball in hands. Little pass outside. Good work from the big man. Plays second row for the USA U20 team. Nice work at Babson. Could also play number 8. Little step from the Beavers. And the Beavers across the line. Style points galore from Leonard Dino from St. Louis University High School. And it's another 5 for the Beavers.
Yeah, absolutely. That one is high on the style points chart for Leonard Dino. Have a look at this. He has to jump over a little hurdle to get his way to the try line as well. So that is, yeah, one of the better dives we'll see, sure.
Enjoying the fact that a lot of the boys know where the camera is behind the try zone. Happy to go for it. They are going to tie this one up, but they're not going to take the lead. So we're all tied up here, Babson versus Harvard.
Yeah, water off, guys, water off.
Babson getting ready to kick.
Right. 10 seconds.
Telling there's 10 seconds to get this kickoff
time's
away.
Time's off.
But a change coming in here, so they'll hold up on that one.
You tell me when you're ready. You're going to 5 seconds to kick, okay?
Price comes back on. He's going to kick within 5 seconds, the referee says. Trying to speed up the game.
Time's back
Great
on.
rules for that. Players taking a little breather here, all tied up. See Carrick Pell, the coach, hung up just outside the 22 for Harvard. Erasmus moves it out. They've got some runners out to the side. Player coming in off his wing for Babson, but makes the tackle, this Chase Montgomery. So the outside doesn't open up.
High tackle.
We'll probably come back for a high tackle penalty, and we are.
Guys, penalties here.
It's going to be a Harvard penalty just outside of their 22.
Yeah, that one. I guess mitigating factors. The player was dipping down, but definitely got caught high there. So fair penalty. Harvard going to tap and go this one.
Make a decision, 10.
Harvard going to take a tap penalty here. The space opens up for them. The sweeper was in the wrong place, so good run coming here. Excellent work from Hamana. Hamana gets taken down, moves the ball back. Harvard still on the move. Little pop-up. Kahane. Babson trying to force the issue there. Player just a little isolated, but high tackle, nothing malicious. Player was just kind of ducking down into that one, putting the pressure on around the breakdown, but a nice flight pass. They're going to come back for that high tackle, I'm sure. Daskura nearly received a nice, easy ball, but penalty was already committed, so they went back to that infringement.
Yeah, that's the second penalty there against Chase Montgomery for Babson. Just getting caught a little bit high with the technique. It was a good break, though, by Cohen Hamana. Not surprised they're going to have a go at Tapwith here.
Ball across from Harvard, the Crimson. Opportunity, that space opens up, and it is going to open up for Drew Henderson. And Drew Henderson is going to touch one down for the Crimson, and they have taken the lead again.
Yeah, this one has just gone back and forth like a game of tennis. Lots of score changes. We see here Cohen Hamana just shifting it to the midfield, and then brilliant in and out step there from Drew Henderson. Again, some more style points on the dive as well.
I think he thought about the style a little more than he had it here, Wheels. You see, look, he's about to go. He was going to go for the big one, but he just went in there. He's aware of the Thomas Wheels Grant rating system.
It's good. It's a strong rating system. It's been used well today.
19-12, Harvard leads. That's not 10 seconds to go in the game. That's 10 seconds to get this restart away. New rules, trying to get the game moved quickly and not waste time. Babson, ball up in the air, comes down to 7-0. 7 out. Moves it wide off of that takedown. Players just a little bunched here. Ball comes back across field. Middle of the field they are. Looking for a little switch here. Another double switch coming around. They've got two runners out here. Player goes to the outside on his own. Just a bit isolated there is Cole Thompson. Cole Thompson has to go to ground. Muller comes in to clean that one out, and across they go again through Montgomery. Good defense here by Harvard. They're just patiently waiting and letting them run across. That big handoff from Price will help as they get some power coming through. Two players in there, and Skura comes into that distributor role, moves it across field. Looking for the wraparound, and they get it. Comes out to Muller again. He's got one runner on the outside if he can get it there. Long arms, getting that ball free and gets it away, but not in enough space are the Babson Beavers. As Cole Thompson gets dragged to touch, we'll see what the result is here. It's going to be knocked off of the hand of a Harvard player, so it's going to be a line out for Babson.
Yeah, under 2 minutes to play. This is getting into that all-or-nothing territory for the Beavers.
9 in here.
Get the ball into those playmakers' hands.
Okay, Harvard, come up. Harvard, come up here. Harvard, close the space a little bit. Babson, step in. Step in, Babson. Stay there. Hold there, Harvard.
Ball up from the Beavers.
Oops, sorry.
Easily taken. Montgomery has to come around the back there. Pass in behind, so they're not going to get the running start they may want. They've gotten the ball wide. Try to set this one up through Charles Price. Price steps around the end. Price tries to hand one off. Price, he is powerful. He's got another player on him.
Advantage.
Kalahane, they got an advantage here, but they're going to go in for the try. And the Babson Beavers are going to move it to 17. They're 2 points away. Just over a minute to go. A successful conversion here would tie this up.
Yeah, the try there. It's a satchel. 7 out. But brilliant strength there. Down the left-hand edge, as you mentioned, Charles Price.
10 seconds more.
Big man out of Montreal, getting the fend out. Used a full advantage and have the awareness to get this offload away. Fantastic skills.
Time's off. Type zone. Did he just sub on? Yes, you cannot take the kick. You cannot take the kick if you just subbed on. Okay, when I go time on, you have 5 seconds, all right? You ready? Time's on.
See the referee's conversation there. A player had subbed on that they were thinking of having take the kick. Probably a more accurate kicker tried to sneak one in there.
30 seconds.
30 seconds to go here.
That's 25 seconds left.
Get that score check, Johnny. I don't know what it is.
High hanging kick here. Ball rolls into touch.
No, there's still 10 seconds left. Mark set. Look where the mark is. Look where the mark is. You stay there. Don't close it. 9 in the 5. They're staying there. You guys have to come in.
Ball up to Babson. Last effort here. Price around the outside. Price looking to use that power and needs to make sure he gets his teammates involved in this. Babson still on the move. Babson across field. Give it to Muller. Muller bounces off of one. Muller get the overhead basketball pass away. In the hands of Skura. Skura gets it out there to Chase Montgomery. Chase Montgomery is going to take on a field of Crimson defenders. Can those players roll away? Referee says that's fine. They're coming back across. Middle of the field they come. Looking for some runners. 7-out has it. 7-out. Tries to take it on his own. Not going to work out for him. A couple of Crimson players not having the opportunity to poach that ball.
Advantage
Ball
number
comes
12
back.
offside.
We have an offsides advantage. 19-17 here, 2 points in it. If Babson can score this one, advantage is over. Montgomery still has a hold of it. I wanted to take that advantage as Price has a hold of it, moves it in the middle of the field. Muller has it again, tries to hand off Erasmus. Gets the pass away. Will this go to hand? It does go to the outside. They still have a lot of work to do. Tired legs out here for both these teams. Muller in close, but they're going to go a little wider out there to Price. Price going to get well marshaled by that defense as Babson comes in. Got multiple players in there, so they're going to have to get their structure back as that one gets passed. Was it knocked on? A referee whistle says indeed it was.
That's the game.
And that is that one. Harvard's going to move on in the Shield division. Babson, another loss. We are going to step away. We'll be right back with Iona versus Fordham after this.
Welcome to the College Rugby Show. This is going to be home for all hot takes, highlights, rankings, hot topics, all things college rugby.
They could be pushing into that 2, possibly number 1 spot.
This for me is one player to watch out for.
We will be back on your airways very soon.
Let's get ready. Major League Rugby is now. This is the moment we waited for. Everything you want is right here. We gon' give them what it came for. We gon' take it up from last year. The Road Network is giving you all the free MLR content you want, live and on demand. Never miss a hit, never miss a try, never miss your team. MLR on TRN. Never miss a match. Play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. We leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game.
We are back at the Premier. It is a Collegiate Rugby Championship, National Collegiate Rugby Showpiece. John Broker with Thomas Wheels Grant. The Rams of Fordham University sent to take a of Iona University. These people will know each other well. Wheels is going to be Fordham to kick this one off.
Yeah, absolutely. And a neighbour battle. Fantastic. We saw Harvard get over Baden. What's going to happen in this one? Let's find out.
Iona, strong start, powerful team from Westchester County, New Rochelle. Quick ball up to Jack Husher. Jack Husher from Coggin-Chog High School in Durham, Connecticut. Ball's across quickly for the Gales. Gales in the middle of the field. Trying to go wide. Kyle Granby coaching at his alma mater these days. Ball goes down for the Gales.
Release is all on Iona for them.
Quickly go the Rams. Gabriel Saint-Marie. Coming around the outside, Gavin McNichol looking for some runners. Gets it in the hands of Michael O'Keefe. O'Keefe pushes back. Players in the middle of the field. Trying to press on there is Jack Murphy. Ball slips around. Good footwork from Saint-Marie. Has a runner outside, but ball gets knocked forward. Gales have an advantage now. A scrum advantage outside of their 22.
Advantage over.
Jordan McKenzie was a distributor on that one as it comes a little bit wide. There's some space opening up possibly here for the Gales. In and over it are the Fordham defenders. Jack Husher come up with it. Just running across, face the defense. Going to the left boot. Ardell's not a bad option. Ball into directly out. So we're going to come back for a line out of the Fordham Rams. Closer to the Iona Gales line.
Yeah, first line out here of the game. Set piece for Fordham.
I was trying to see your number, but I was like, yeah.
Really
But you got it.
impressed with Gavin McNichol being a good game controller for the Fordham Rams. First year at that program out of Boston College High School. Talented young player.
Ball up and down here for Fordham. The Rams on the move. Double wrap around there. There's open room on the outside. Saint-Marie puts it away, but having to cut back in there is Conrad Foster. He's stout again, and Conrad Foster is going to touch down and try. First year player out of Haley, Idaho. Touches down for the Fordham University Rams.
Well executed there from the Fordham Rams, and Conrad Foster flexing as well. Declan Marie just takes it to the left, and then Brell Marie, the brother. It was brilliant. Conrad Foster in the left edge. Corrected, are not brothers, but they've got the same last name, Johnny and Gabriel.
One would have to guess that kick was good, so we're at 7 for the Rams. After the 4 exciting games coming up in your Cup quarterfinals, Iowa Central St. Bonaventure, the first one. Will tell you what the other ones are. A little miscue there from Iona. Fordham has the lead and an advantage. We're going to come back with a player not rolling away, so the Rams are going to go quick. Rams looking to this right side. Get the ball out, Foster. Foster has to just put that one back in. Jordan McKenzie thought about a big tackle there, but they come back across. Will a space open up? Here comes Fordham. Middle of the field. He has another advantage, most likely for a high tackle there. As they come back across to Saint-Marie. Saint-Marie.
Forward, we're coming back here.
High tackle in the middle of the field. Rams take their time and set up a set move here, Wheels. We'll see what the strategy will be.
Yeah, absolutely. Golden opportunity. 10 metres out. Gavin McNichol mentioned him earlier. Could he cook up?
Ball there to Jack Murphy from Fairfield, Connecticut. Perhaps step back in there. Gavin McNichol looking for the line. Gavin McNichol near the line. Fordham powering around that one. Ball out again into the middle of the field. Looking wide. Is there a runner out here? They're going to keep it tight. It's going to be Sebastian Okino. He is in. He is over. Try awarded. Sebastian Okino from Madison, New Jersey gets 5 more points on the board for this Fordham Ram team.
Well done from Fordham. We see here on play Gavin McNichol almost danced his way through to the top, but it was this man, Sebastian Okino. Too big, too strong. He had 2 Iona players on him. And there's the initial grounding right there.
Iona players are taking under that. That kick is good. So they extend their lead. Fordham looking strong in the shield. You said coming up next is going to be Iowa Central St. Bonaventure, followed by Belmont at Dartmouth, Brown versus Wheeling, and Queens for Enna. Those are your quarterfinals in your Cup. All these teams have to win every game game to get through in this fantastic tournament. Stay tuned for those.
Yeah, lots of exciting matchups, Johnny. It's very hard to pick a winner.